he has come to surcharge. Now I will come to, I have taken all what personal taxation was to cover, I have covered. Now I will come to surcharge. See, the effect on what he is going to do to companies is eventually going to come to common people like you and me. And what do we call common people? Nine. Hangover people. Correct? Okay. Now, surcharge. You know, majority of the tax is paid by whom? By companies. So, companies are divided into two parts. Domestic companies, meaning Indian companies, and foreign companies. Now, domestic companies, if their income exceeded 1 crore of rupees, up to 10 crore of rupees, they were paying surcharge of 5%. Sorry, if it was, the income was more than, profit was more than 1 crore, any limit above 1 crore, they had to pay a surcharge of how much? 5%. Now what he's saying is that from 1 crore to 10 crore, from 1 crore to 10 crore, you continue paying 5% surcharge, and 10 crore and above, if your profit is 10 crore and above, you will pay a surcharge of 10%. From 5%, is increase the surcharge to 10%. So now what will happen? That much of profits, the company will have to pay additional tax on that. So today, the company is technically paying, effectively with a 5% surcharge, a tax of 32.45%. How much? 32, calculating the education test. Let's not do arithmetic. It's not an arithmetic lecture, correct? But with this increase of 10%, 5 to 10%, the tax rate for the companies will move up from 32.45% to 34%. Technically, 1.5% more in tax they will pay. Now, when they pay 1.5% more in tax, that much of cash money they will have to give to the income tax. So the cash left with them for distributing to the shareholders as dividend will shrink. And again, see how again he is hitting. Now when the companies give this money to the shareholders as distributed as dividend, there is a DDT, again Chidambaram's favorite three words, dividend, distribution, tax. Now he has increased the percentage of the surcharge from 5% to 10% even on the dividend distribution tax. So again what is going to happen? The money is going to shrink on because of surcharge in the hands of the companies, and then to distribute dividend they will have to pay additional dividend distribution tax, and again money will shrink. So naturally what the companies will do, jitna paisa bach gaya, 2.5-3%, they will distribute that much of money less. So the common man, the investor will get that much of money less. And it is, the statistic says today that the top 30 companies listed on the Mumbai Stock Exchange, on the Bombay Stock Exchange, assuming that the profits remain at the same level next year as it is this year, they will have to shell out as additional dividend distribution tax, not surcharge. Surcharge is more they will have to shell out. But if dividend distribution tax, they will have to shell out additional 450 crores. So 450 crores will go to the government, and it will be going from whose pockets? The shareholders' pockets. So you will receive that much of dividend less. You will receive 450 crores plus the surcharge additionally which is declared by them 5%, that much. So maybe you will be receiving about 1000 crores of rupees would be distributed less. This is the indirect effect on to the common person by levying additional taxes on the corporates. Then he has said that I have introduced a benefit called investment allowance. Meaning, manufacturing companies, this is to encourage manufacturing sector, I am giving them an additional 15% discount in taxes, 15% tax rebate. But the conditions that he has put is that the investment made by those companies, manufacturing companies, should be at least 100 crores or more. And the investment should be only in new plant and machineries, and they should buy these new plant and machineries, and they should, after buying, they should install it before 31st of March 2015. Arey Mr. Chidambaram, to give one refund, your income tax department is taking 6, 7, 8 months, and you are expecting 100 crores and plus 100 crores of equipment and machinery to be bought, paid for, brought in the factory, installed before 31st of March 2015. So by that time, that whole section will become redundant. And actually, whether a person who has bought machinery, whether he will be able to install, because please understand, buying so much of equipment and machinery, it takes a lot of time to install and to get it working. So, I remember my grandfather used to say, sir, that if you are giving, give gracefully or don't give. क्यों? Because देने वाले का हाथ हमेशा लेने वाले से ऊपर होता है. So if I am giving on this hand, the giving hand is up, the receiving hand is down. So what's the point in coming out with a law or trying to give something which is making a mockery of the law? And that is why what happens is that when we chartered accountants and professionals, we read the budget in fine print, we realize that, and we realize in practice really what is happening, we realize that these are all things which are not possible.